Today, our topic will be profit sharing and bonus plans. Continuation lang to para sa ating employee benefits part 1. So what is profit sharing and bonus plans? Profit sharing and bonuses are additional incentives given to employees for a variety of reasons. The most obvious is to motivate the employees to be more productive. Kadalasan nangyayari to sa mga company na gusto nilang ma-increase yung kanilang sales. Ang ginagawa nila is yung kanilang mga marketing na workers, bibigyan nila to ng bonuses kapag malaki yung naging sales or malaki yung naging quota or lumagpas pa sa quota ng company. Profit sharing and bonuses are recognized when the entity has a present obligation to pay for them. And second one, the cost can be measured reliably. Simply means, kapag tayo magre-record ng bonus, dapat meron tayong same sa recognition ng liability. Which is first, we have a present obligation, and second one, kaya nating i-measure yung amount. Examples of bonus schemes are apat. First one is bonus before bonus and before tax. Second one is bonus after bonus and before tax. Third one is bonus before bonus after tax. And last one, bonus after bonus and after tax. Pag tinanong ano ang pinakamalaki sa apat na scheme, yung pinakamalaki makukuha nating value for the bonus amount, ang answer is bonus before bonus and before tax. Bakit? Kasi gross amount pa yung ating profit na pagbebasean, na pagmumultiplyan natin ng bonus percentage. Unlike dun sa second, third, and apat, meron tayong ibinabawas. Pwedeng bonus lang muna, pwedeng tax lang muna, or pwedeng both bonus and tax, binabawas natin sa profit bago natin mo-compute yung amount ng ating bonus. So for bonus computation, illustration number 4, ABC Company has an incentive compensation plan under which its president received a bonus equal to 10% of ABC's profit before tax but after deduction of the bonus. ABC's profit after tax and after bonus for the year is 636,364 pesos. Income tax rate is 30%. First one, anong kailangan nating malaman kapag tayo magko-compute ng bonus? Siyempre, kung ano ba yung dapat na scheme na gagamitin natin. So based sa ating illustration number 4, ang dapat nating gamitin is bonus after bonus and before tax. Saan natin makukuha yon? Because dito sa ating sentence na the president receives a bonus equal to 10% of ABC's profit before tax but after deduction of bonus. Sabi dito, si president daw nakakatanggap daw siya ng bonus 10% ng profit after computation of bonus but before tax. Okay? So to compute, kailangan natin gamitin yung ating formula for bonus after bonus but before tax. We have two formulas to use. First one is itong given sa ating module na number 9. Kaso nga lang, itong ating given na to, mas magagamit natin siya kapag ang ating calculator ay cycle. Kasi ilalagay lang natin yung ating values using that formula, makukuha na agad natin yung answer. But because nga bawal na ang ating cycle gamitin sa ating board exam, ang ginagamit na natin ay yung ating basic calculator. Mas kaya natin gamitin or mas madaling gamitin yung formula na nakalagay sa module 3, which is ito. So for the problem, I'll use this second one. Bonus after bonus but before tax, our formula is percentage of bonus. Kailangan natin ma-multiply sa income and also sa bonus. So bonus is equals to 10%. Multiply natin sa 1 million pesos, makukuha natin yung 100,000. 10% bonus, multiply natin sa may bonus, makukuha natin ay 0.10B. And pag nilipat natin, ang value kailangan papapalitan din natin or i-change din natin rather yung ating sign. So kung negative to, nung nilipat natin sa kabila, magiging positive na siya. Mag-a-add siya dun sa may bonus, magiging 1.1B equal to 100,000 pesos. At para maalis natin yung 1.1, divide natin sa both side. Makukuha natin bonus is equals to 90,909 pesos. Same lang din naman kapag ito ang ating ginamit, same lang din yung lalabas. Ang ating bonus problem, nakatalakay na rin natin to sa ating Module 3, Accrued Liabilities and Deferred Revenue. Ano lang ang halaga? Una, kailangan nga natin malaman kung anong scheme ang ating gagamitin. And second one, syempre, kailangan natin alam yung formula to compute for the bonus amount. Last topic natin under dito sa Module 9 is post-employment benefits. Under post-employment benefits, these are employee benefits other than termination benefits and short-term employee benefits that are payable after the completion of employment. Simply means yung post-employment benefit, binabayaran natin to sa mga dati nating empleyado. Anong nagko-comprise ng post-employment benefits? First one is retirement benefits. Example is lump sum payment and pensions. Second one naman is other post-employment benefits such as post-employment life insurance or medical care. Ang madalas nating naririnig is yung sa yung pensions sa ating mga lola. Ito yung natatanggap nilang monthly, pwedeng sa may SSS or pwede naman directly din sa kanilang dating pinagtrabahuhan. So post-employment benefits are provided to employees through post-employment benefit plans, aka retirement plans or pension scheme. A post-employment benefit can be formal and it can also be informal. Pag sinabi nating formal, it explicitly stated in employment contracts. Nung sila ay pumirma ng kontrata, nakalagay doon na kapag nagtrabaho sila sa company na to for this number of years and umalis sila or nag-retire sila rather, meron silang matatanggap na pension for this amount or for this computation, makukuha yung amount. Or pwede rin namang informal, not documented but implied from employer's past practice or minimum requirement of law. A post-employment benefit plan can be contributory or non-contributory, funded or unfunded. Ano bang ibig sabihin ng contributory? When we say contributory na post-employment benefit, parehas na si employer at si employee ay nagko-contribute doon sa retirement fund na matatanggap ni employee kapag siya ay nag-retire. While kapag sinabi naman nating non-contributory, only the employer contributes to the retirement fund of the employee. Ibig sabihin, si employer lang ang nagko-contribute para doon sa retirement fund na matatanggap ni employee kapag siya ay nag-retire na doon sa company. Pwede rin siyang funded or unfunded. When we say funded, the retirement fund is isolated from the employer's control and is transferred to a trustee who undertakes no money to manage the fund and pay directly the retiring employees. When we say funded na employee benefit plan, ang ginagawa ni employer ay every month or every year, nagbibigay siya or nagko-contribute siya dun sa may trustee para sa trust fund ng kanyang employee na kapag dumating ang panahon na nag-resign na or nag-retire na rather, pag dumating ang panahon na nag-retire na ang kanyang employee, si trustee na, which is kadalasan investment company, ang magbibigay ng pension sa kanyang dating empleyado. Trustee na ang may obligasyon na magbayad doon sa retiring employees. While unfunded naman, the employer manages an established fund and pays directly the retiring employees. Sa may funded, kung mapapansin natin, meron siyang third party which is yung atin lang trustee. Sa unfunded naman, wala tayong third party. Mismo si employer ang nag-establish ng retirement fund na siya rin ang magbabayad kapag dumating ang panahon na nag-retire na ang kanyang mga empleyado. So sa unfunded, siya ang may obligasyon na mag-contribute and also siya din ang may obligasyon na magbayad monthly for the pension or pwede rin annually or depende sa kanilang scheme. Post-employment benefit plans are either defined contribution plan or defined benefit plan. So what's the difference between the two? Pag sinabi natin defined contribution plans, Under a defined contribution plans, the employer commits to make a fixed contributions to a fund that will be used to pay for the retirement benefits of the employees. The amount of post-employment benefits to be received by employees depends on the amount of contributions to the fund together with the investment income therefrom. If the fund balance is less than expected, the employer has no obligation to make good the deficiency. Therefore, the risk that retirement benefits may be insufficient rests with the employee. So, ano ibig sabihin ng defined contribution plan? Ang tinutukoy natin dito, si employer nagbabayad siya ng fixed amount, pwedeng monthly or annually, sa isang retirement fund at kung ano man ang maiipon doon pagdating ng panahon, iyon yung matatanggap ng kanyang employee. At kung dumating nga ang panahon na matanggap to ng kanyang employee at kulang, less than expected, kulang sa kanyang estimated amount, walang obligasyon si employer na dagdagan yung pagkukulang. Ang may risk ng insufficiency ay magre-rest sa kanyang employee. While defined benefit plans naman, under a defined benefit plan, the employer commits to pay a definite amount of retirement benefits which can be determined using a plan formula. The amount of promised benefit is independent of any fund balance. Accordingly, if the fund is insufficient to pay for the promised benefit, the employer is obligated to make good the deficiency. Therefore, the risk of fund insufficiency rests with the employer. So under defined benefit plan, kung kanila sa may contribution, may fixed amount na binabayaran either monthly or annually si employer para dun sa retirement fund ng kanyang employee. Dito naman sa defined benefit plan, naka-fix na agad yung amount na matatanggap ni employee kapag siya ay nag-retire doon sa kanyang kumpanya. Ibig sabihin, kung ano man ang maging value ng kino-contribute ng kanyang employer, magkulang man to or sumobra, ang dapat na matatanggap niya or ang ating ire-record ay yung ating defined amount of retirement benefits kung ano talaga yung nakuha using the plan formula. Therefore, the risk kung sakali na magkulang ang amount or ang actual value doon sa retirement fund compared sa na-compute, ang merong risk na tatanggap dito, ibig sabihin ang magbabayad ay si employer. So define a contribution plan, employer commits to make fixed contributions to a fund, while defined benefit plan, merong definite amount. Defined contribution plan, the risk that the fund may be insufficient rests with the employee, while under defined benefit plan, the risk that the fund may be insufficient rests with the employer. So illustration tayo for under defined contribution and versus defined benefit. For Entity A, case number 1, Entity A agrees to make monthly contributions equal to 10% of employees' monthly salary to a retirement fund. Upon retirement, the employee is entitled to any accumulated contributions to the fund plus any investment income thereon. The employee bears any investment losses. Ano ang ating answer under case number 1? Una, nakalagay dito, may monthly contributions equal to 10% of monthly salary. Second one, may nakalagay sa dulo, the employee bears any investment losses. So ano ibig sabihin? For case number 1, ang answer natin ay defined contribution plan. Bakit? Kasi nga ang fixed ay yung kanyang monthly contribution at ang sinabi, si employee is entitled to any accumulated contribution. Ibig sabihin kung ano lang yung nakalagay doon, yun lang yung kanyang matatanggap. And lastly, si employee din yung may risk kung sakaling nagkaroon ng insufficient amount. Siya yung may risk for investment losses. How about for case number 2? Entity A promises to make a lump sum payment of 2 million to a retiring employee plus a monthly pension equal to half of the employee's final month salary level over 2 years after the retirement date. After the first 2 years, the monthly pension will decrease by 10% every year and will cease upon the death of the employee. So under case number 2, ang answer natin dito ay defined benefit plan. Bakit? Kasi nakalagay dito si NTPA nag-promise siya na matatanggap ng kanyang employee kapag siya ay nag-retire lump sum amount na ng 2 million plus a monthly pension equal to the half of the employee's monthly salary, final monthly salary level. So, ibig sabihin, ano ang fix? Yung amount na kanyang matatanggap, regardless kung ano man ang kanyang maging contribution. So, for case number 2, ang answer natin ay defined benefit plan. For case number 3, upon retirement, the employees of NTPA are entitled to a lump sum payment equal to the half of the final monthly salary level multiplied by the number of years. The minimum service period is 10 years. Under case number 3, ano ulit yung fix? Fix na ang matatanggap ng employees ni NTPA na kapag sila ay nag-retire na meron silang minimum service na 10 years sa kumpanya ay half of their final monthly salary level. Regardless ulit sa contribution, ang kanilang amount ay fixed, nakadepende sa kanilang monthly level salary and kung ilang taon sila nagstay sa kumpanya. So for case number 3, ang answer natin ay also defined benefit plan. What is hybrid plan? These are retirement benefit plans that have characteristic of both defined contribution plan and a defined benefit plan. For accounting purposes, hybrid plans are considered as defined benefit plans. So, under the hybrid plans daw, ito daw yung retirement benefit plan na merong characteristic ng parehas na merong fixed contribution and also meron din silang defined na meron silang definite amount na matatanggap pag sila'y umalis sa kumpanya. Under this one, ang consideration natin ay still defined benefit plan pa rin siya kahit meron siyang characteristics such as fixed yung contribution niya monthly. How about multi-employer plan? Under a multi-employer plan, various unrelated employers contribute to a common fund that is managed by a trustee to provide post-employment benefits to the employees of the participating employers. Contribution and benefit levels are determined without regard to the entities, to the identities of the employers. A multi-employer plan is classified as either a defined contribution plan or a defined benefit plan. Under multi-employer plans, yung mga employers daw, meron silang pipiliin na isang trustee na doon nila iipunin yung kanilang mga contributions at ito yung matatanggap ng kanilang mga employees. Ang ating consideration daw dito ay nakadepende pa rin kung ano ba yung kanilang contract under that. Ibig sabihin, kung ang fix sa kanila ay yung contribution at kung anong amount na maiipon doon sa trustee fund or doon sa retirement fund, iyon ang matatanggap ng employees. Therefore, ang ating answer ay defined contribution plan. Pero kapag ang sagot naman ay ang fix ay yung definite amount na matatanggap ng employees kapag sila ay nag-retire, regardless kung ano man yung maging contribution monthly or annually, then ang ating magiging sagot ay defined benefit plan. How about state plan? A state plan is one that is established by law and operated by the government. It is mandatory for all entities within its scope and it's not subject to control or influenced by the entity. Ang example natin ng state plans ay GSIS and SSS. What's the difference between the two? GSIS ang tinatawag natin para dun sa ating mga government employees. Pag sa SSS naman, ito naman ay yung para sa ating mga private company na or private company na employees. Under this one, sa state plan daw, it is accounted for similar to multi-employer plan and is classified as either defined contribution plan or defined benefit plan. Example natin under state plan is illustration number 6, Social Security System. NPTA pays monthly SSS contribution as part of its employee retirement benefits. The retirement benefit plan under the SSS law is described below. Qualifications for retirement benefit must be: first one, the member is 60 years old, separated from employment, or ceased to be self-employed, and has paid at least 120 monthly contribution prior to retirement. Under SSS, meron tayong qualifications bago makatanggap yung ating pensioners ng kanilang pension. Una daw, dapat yung edad nila at least 60 years old. Second one, hindi sila nagtatrabaho kahit kanino at wala din silang business. Pag sinabi natin self-employed, ikaw ay meron kang business. So dapat kapag tayo ay para tayo ay makatanggap ng pension, kailangan tayo ay 60 years old, hindi tayo nagtatrabaho kahit kanino, at wala din tayong business. Second, last one naman, and has paid at least 120 monthly contribution prior to retirement. Ibig sabihin, dapat 10 taon kang nagtrabaho doon sa kumpanya para makatanggap ka ng monthly pension. The member is 65 years old, whether employed or not, and has paid at least 120 monthly contributions prior to retirement. Ano mo muna ang types of retirement benefits natin? Meron tayong tinatawag na lifetime monthly pension and meron tayong tinatawag na lump sum amount. Ang lifetime monthly pension, ito yung ating retiree who has paid at least 120 monthly contributions prior to retirement. Well, kapag lump sum amount naman, for a retiree who has not paid the required 120 monthly contribution. Ibig sabihin pala, kapag ang isang retiree ay nag-retire at hindi niya nakompleto yung qualification, specifically doon sa 120 monthly contribution, meron pa rin naman siyang matatanggap na amount, kaso nga lang ito ay lump sum. Lump sum nung kanyang naging contribution plus interest. Monthly pension, when we say about monthly pension, the monthly pension is based on the contributions paid, credited years of service, and the number of dependent minor children not to exceed 5. The amount of monthly pension is the highest of the following. First one, the sum of 300 pesos plus 20% of the average monthly salary credit plus 2% of the average monthly salary credit for each credited year or service in excess of 10 years. Second one, 40% of the average monthly salary credit. Third one is 1,200 pesos provided that the credited years of service is at least 10 years or more but less than 20. Or 2,000 pesos if the credited year service is 20 or more, the monthly pension is paid for not less than 60 months. So ano yung pinakamalaki dun sa tatlo, based sa mako-compute na amount, yun ang pipiliin na pension na matatanggap ng ating retiree mula sa SSS. A retiree has the option to receive in advance, upon date of eligibility, the first 18 months pension in lump sum discounted at a preferential rate of interest to be determined by the SSS. The member will receive the monthly pension on the 19th month and every month thereafter. Ano ibig sabihin nito? Si retiree pala, meron siyang option kung gusto niya na matanggap na niya in full amount yung 18-month ng kanyang pension. Pero ito ay discounted. I-discount natin to using the preferential rate na ibibigay ni SSS or ni Social Security System. And then after ng 18 months, sa ika-19th month, tuloy-tuloy na siya ulit makakatanggap ng monthly pension. If the member retires after age of 60, the monthly pension shall be the higher of the following. First one, the monthly pension computed at the earliest time the member could have retired, had been separated from self-employment or ceased to be self-employed, plus all adjustment thereto. And second one, the monthly pension computed at the time when the member actually retires. Kanina, nabanggit natin yung lump sum. Ito yung para sa mga retiree na hindi nga nila nakumpleto yung 120 monthly contribution. Ano ang kanilang matatanggap na lang? The lump sum benefit is equal to the total contributions paid by the member and by the employer including interest. Ibig sabihin, kung sakaling hindi natanggap ay hindi natapos yung 120 monthly contributions at si employee ay nag-retire na, meron siyang matatanggap na amount total dun sa contributions na kanyang binayaran nung siya ay nagtatrabaho pa, plus yung sa interest. Paano naman kapag namatay si retiree? So upon the death of retiree, the primary beneficiaries are entitled to 100% of the monthly pension and the dependents to the dependents' pension. If the retiree dies within 60 months from the commencement of the monthly pension and has no primary beneficiaries, the secondary beneficiaries are entitled to a lump sum benefit equivalent to the total monthly pensions corresponding to the 5-year guaranteed period excluding the dependent's pension. Ano ibig sabihin nito? Kapag daw si retiree ay namatay, ang makakatanggap na nung kanyang monthly pension ay yung kanyang mga dependents. Sino ba yung pwede niya maging dependents? Una, yung kanyang asawa and also yung kanyang anak na papasok or magkwa-qualify as dependent. Ibig sabihin, kung si Mang Kanor ay namatay, meron siyang pension na 5,000 buwan-buwan, ang makakatanggap na nito kung buhay pa ang kanyang asawa, for say si Imang Lita, si Imang Lita na ang makakatanggap ng 5,000 pension buwan-buwan. Paano naman kung si Mang Kanor ay walang asawa, walang anak, siya ay matandang binata, pero meron siyang pamangkin or apo sa tuhod na pumapasok as secondary beneficiaries? Secondary beneficiaries ang makatatanggap pero ito ay lump sum amount na lang equivalent to the total monthly pension corresponding to the 5-year guaranteed period. Requirement natin, identify whether the retirement benefit plan described above is a defined contribution plan or a defined benefit plan. Mula dito sa ating napag-usapan, ang ating magiging sagot ay defined contribution plans. Bakit? Kaya siya defined contribution plan kasi si NTTA ay liable sa kanyang employees only dun sa kanyang share in the monthly SSS contribution. Also, the retirement plan is a state plan, ibig sabihin yung promulgated by the government and controlled by the government because it is established by law and operated by the government. Paano naman kung si employer ay naging pabaya or hindi niya masyadong napansin or hindi siya sumunod sa batas at wala siyang ginawang retirement benefit plan para sa kanyang mga empleyado? Anong pwede natin gawin para sa ating mga retirees? So illustration number 7, RA 7641 Retirement Pay Law. So for example, si MTTA does not have a post-employment benefit plan for its employees. Accordingly, MTTA is still subject to the minimum requirements of the law. Ibig sabihin, kahit walang ginawa si MTTA para magkaroon ng retirement plan, hindi siya nagbabayad sa SSS para sa kanyang mga empleyado, kailangan pa rin niyang magbayad sa kanyang mga empleyado pag sila ay nag-retire with the use of Republic Act 7641, which is subject to a minimum requirements of the law. So ano ba ang nakalagay sa Republic Act number 7641? In the absence of a retirement plan or similar that provides for the employee's retirement benefits in the establishment, an employee shall be entitled to an employee retirement benefit upon reaching the compulsory retirement age. Ang ibig sabihin natin sa compulsory retirement age, starting by 60 years old, pag ikaw ay 60 years old na, pwede ka na mag-retire, pero kung gusto mo pang magtrabaho, okay lang. Pero kapag ikaw ay dumating na 65 years old, sa ayaw at sa gusto mo, kailangan mo nang mag-retire. If the employee has served the least of 5 years in the said establishment, he or she may retire and enjoy the retirement benefits equivalent to the total amount equivalent of at least 1/2 month salary for his of or her every year of service. A fraction of at least 6 months is considered as 1 whole year. Unless acknowledged by both parties, 1/2 of monthly salary shall represent the 15 working days in addition to 1/12 for the mandated 13th month pay. This also includes the cash equivalent of not more than 5 days of paid leaves. Ibig sabihin, kapag walang nagawa si Entity A na retirement benefit plan para sa kanyang mga empleyado, pero dumating na sa compulsory age ang kanyang empleyado, ibig sabihin, naging 60 to 65 years old na to, nagtrabaho sa kanyang ito ng 5 taon, at least 5 taon, kailangan mabigyan pa rin niya ng retirement amount, pension, equivalent to at least 1/2 of monthly salary every years of service ng kanyang empleyado. So, requirement natin, identify whether the retirement benefit plan described is a defined contribution or defined benefit plan. Under Republic Act number 7641, which is yung atin dinescribe kanina, ang answer natin dito ay defined benefit plan. Bakit? Ang definite dito ay hindi yung kanyang contribution. Wala nga siya naging contribution at all. Hindi nga siya nakapagbigay ng contribution at all. Ano ang definite dito? Yung mismong amount na matatanggap ng kanyang empleyado pag dumating na yung panahon na ito ay nag-retire as long as pumasok ito sa mga qualifications. So to answer requirement for illustration number 7, ang ating sagot ay defined benefit plan. Ano ang ibig sabihin natin sa insured benefits? An employer may pay insurance premium to fund a post-employment benefit plan. Such plan is classified as either defined contribution or defined benefit plan. It is a defined benefit plan if the employer retains the obligation to either pay directly the benefits to the employee or make good any deficiency if the insurer fails to pay in full the benefits. Tinatawag nating insured benefits kapag si employer pwede niyang ipinasok as hindi lang yung pension na matatanggap ni empleyado kapag siya ay umalis sa kumpanya, meron din siyang matatanggap na insurance. So under insured benefits, pwede siyang pumasok as either contribution or benefit plan. Ang kailangan lang nating matingnan, maliban kung ito ay fixed contribution, kapag si employer ni-retain niya yung obligation, ibig sabihin, siya pa rin yung may responsibility either na magbayad ng benefit or kung sakali na may insufficiency amount, siya pa rin ang magpupunan ng pagkukulang. Ang ating magiging sagot dito ay defined benefit plan. Pero kapag ang nakalagay lang naman doon, fix yung contribution at ang matatanggap ni employee ay yung mismong amount na total amount ng contribution na binigay or ginawa ni employer, then ang ating magiging sagot ay defined contribution plan. Accounting for defined contribution plan. Since the employer's obligation for each period is determined by the amounts to be contributed, for that period, it simply recognizes the contribution as expense. Unless it forms part of the cost of another asset, such as nga kapag direct labor naman. And a liability if unpaid when employees have rendered service during the period. If the amount contributed exceeds the fixed amount of contribution, the excess is treated as prepaid assets. The amount of contribution is measured at an undiscounted amount if it's due within 12 months. If it's due beyond 12 months, it is discounted. Actuarial valuations are not necessary, therefore there are no actuarial gain or losses. For illustration number 8, which is accounting for defined contributions plan, let's answer. Under Entity A, defined contribution plan, it agrees to make fixed annual contribution of 200,000 pesos to a retirement fund for the benefit of its employees. At each year-end, NTTA recognizes a fixed retirement benefit cost of 200,000 pesos regardless of whether the amount has actually been contributed and regardless of whether an employee has actually retired during the period. Ibig sabihin, si NTTA, nire-recognize niya, nagre-record siya ng amount na 200,000 kung ano regardless kung ano man yung value na kanyang inilagay dun sa mismong fund or regardless man kung nandun pa yung empleyado sa kanyang trabaho or siya ay nag-retire na. If the contribution is not yet made, NTTA recognizes the retirement benefit cost as a liability measured at undiscounted amount if it's due within 12 months. If the actual contribution during the period exceeds the fixed amount, for example, nagbayad siya ng 200,000, 230,000, the excess of 30,000 is accounted for as prepaid asset. The fact that an employee has actually retired and was paid or his or her retirement benefits during the period does not affect the accounting above. For example, assume that an employee has retired during the period and was not paid 1 million for retirement benefits. The amount of retirement benefits cost that NTTA recognizes for the period is still 200,000, the agreed amount of contribution. If the plan is funded, the trustee is the one who will pay the retiring employee and not NTTA. So journal entry tayo per scenario. For number 1, NTTA retirement benefit plan is funded. NTTA contributes 200,000 to the fund held by a trustee. Ano daw ang ating kanyang naging actual contribution? 200,000. Ano ang kanyang dapat maging contribution? 200,000. Wala tayong kulang, wala tayong sobra. So ang ating journal entry for December 31, 20X1, debit natin the retirement benefit expense which is 200,000 and credit natin yung cash. For number 2, because of poor results of operation, NTTA was only able to contribute 80,000 to the fund. Ano ang dapat natin i-contribute? 200,000. Ano lang ang actual value na contribute? 80,000. To record, anong ating susundin? Yung kanyang fixed annual contribution na 200,000. Ibig sabihin, on December 31, 20X1, ang ating journal entry pa rin for debit ay retirement benefit expense na 200,000. Credit natin yung cash which is yung kanyang actual na nabayaran and credit natin accrued retirement contribution para sa kanyang kulang na bayad na 120 which is the residual amount between 200 and 80,000 pesos. Mapapansin natin, kulang man ang kanyang nabayaran or kulang man yung kanyang actual value na ilagay pero dahil fixed yung contribution na 200,000, still yung 200,000 pa rin ang ating susundin. For scenario number 3, because of profitable operations, NTTA decided to contribute 230,000 during the period. Ano daw ang actual na kanyang nailagay? 230,000. Ano lang ang kanyang dapat ilagay? 200,000. Still susundin natin as part of debit, retirement benefit expense which is yung kanyang dapat na i-recognize, 200,000 pesos. For cash, yung kanyang actual na nailagay which is 230,000 and for the difference between the 200 and 230 ay ipapasok natin as prepaid assets. Account name natin ay prepaid retirement contribution. How about for scenario number 4? An employee retired was eligible to 30,000 pesos retirement benefits based on the operating efficiency and investment earning of the fund. Tayo dito, wala tayong journal entry. Bakit? Kasi ang ating problem ay funded siya. Ibig sabihin si NTTA, which is yung ating employer, ay nagbabayad ng contribution doon sa trustee na siya namang nag-iipon nito at pag dumating yung panahon na nag-retire na si employee, siya na ang may responsibility na magbayad noong pension kay employee. Ibig sabihin, kapag nag-retire na si ating employee, wala nang obligasyon si employer pa na magbayad para kay employee kasi nga yung pension na niya ay manggagaling na dun sa kanyang trust fund na nandoon kay trust. Variation number 1. Retirement plan is unfunded but with separate fund. So entities A's retirement plan is unfunded, not held by a trustee. Ibig sabihin, si employer siya din yung may sarili, meron siya sa kumpanya na retirement fund na doon nilalagay yung kanyang ipon, hindi sa third party. However, entity A has established a separate fund for the retirement benefits of its employee. So for scenario number 1, entity A accrues the retirement benefits expense the year and segregates 80,000 to the retirement fund maintained internally. Journal entry natin, first, kailangan nating i-record yung ating expense for the fixed contribution amount na 200,000. So debit natin retirement benefit expense 200,000. Credit natin accrued retirement contribution 200,000. At dahil nagbayad tayo ng 80,000 para sa ating retirement fund, atin din itong i-record. Debit natin retirement fund, credit natin yung cash. Retirement fund is part of an asset. Nandito natin iniipon yung ating pera na ibibigay sa ating employee kapag dumating na siya ay nag-retire. For scenario number 2, an employee retired and was paid 30,000 retirement benefits based on the operating efficiency and investment. Ang ating journal entry dito ay December 31, 20X1, accrued retirement benefits payable 30,000 and credit natin doon sa retirement fund na part ng ating asset kanina, 30,000 pesos. For variation number 2, retirement plan is unfunded with no separate fund entity A's retirement plan. Is established for the retirement benefits of the employees. For scenario number 1, entity A accrues the retirement benefits expense for the year. On December 31, 20X1, ang ating answer, debit natin retirement benefit expense, 200,000, credit natin accrued retirement benefits payable para ating i-recognize yung ating liability and expense mula sa ating empleyado kapag sila ay nag-retired na. Pero wala tayong additional entry para sa retirement fund kasi nga ang ating variation 2 ay unfunded. Wala tayong hinihiwalay na fund para sa ating empleyado kapag sila ay nag-retire. Ang i-recognize lang natin is yung liability natin in case. For scenario number 2, an employee retired and was paid 30,000 retirement benefits. To journalize, debit natin accrued retirement benefit payable 30,000 and credit natin. For scenario number 2, an employee retired and was paid 30,000 retirement benefits. To journalize on December 31, 20X1, debit natin yung accrued retirement benefits payable na 30,000 and credit natin yung cash 30,000. So bakit cash na tayo nag-direct? Dahil nga wala tayong retirement fund, wala tayong hinihiwalay na fund para sa ating empleyado in case na sila ay mag-retire, kukunin natin yung pera na ibabayad natin sa kanila sa mismong cash on hand natin. Mula sa mga susunod na problem, ito rin yung nakalagay sa inyong libro for classroom discussion. Advice ko na before nyo siya i-check, sagutan nyo muna yung nakalagay sa book, then after nyo masagutan, compare nyo sa actual solutions bilang self-assessment.